Really cool violin. I
Oh,
wish you
thank
could
you.
all see this. It's a what it is. It's like it's almost painted like a peacock or something.
Yeah, and I wanted for it to have a tribal feel. Because I was doing a lot of bush parties out west, and I wanted
What
to
are
kind
bush
of connect.
parties?
They're just wild pseudo hippie gatherings of people just going
Pseudo?
crazy. Yeah, it's like I call it just kind of like IKEA hippie stuff, but it's fun.
Okay. It sounds like it is fun.
Yeah,
It's like I guess there's parties all over the place. I mean, you have rooftop parties and just
most definitely.
yeah.
There's definitely
And
not a
then
lack
there's
of
that
things to do.
unfortunate
Yeah.
situation in the States with that warehouse, but that's another story altogether. Tell me a little bit about yourself. You're from Toronto,
Originally from Russia.
from Russia.
Born in Moscow, then traveled the world with my parents. I came to Canada, and to go into all the immigration, all the process, they asked me, "What do you want to do?" Just to get yourself occupied. I said, "I want to play the violin," and ended up like choosing as basically a career at the age of 11.
Mm-hmm.
That was nice.
Yeah, the places that you've been around the world are quite amazing. Singapore, Taiwan, Sri Lanka.
I love Sri Lanka.
Yeah, tell me
It's
about
an
Sri
amazing
Lanka.
place. People are extremely warm, super aware. It has so much history, has a very beautiful culture and folklore, like amazing stories, poetry. I just fell in love with that place.
Mm-hmm. Hong Kong, Malaysia, and South Korea. Well, at least you chose the right Korea.
Yeah, yeah, but kind of tempted to go to the north too. That could be fun. A beautiful
Well,
adventure.
Yeah, you can go with who was the basketball player that went to visit? Kim
Dennis
Jong-
Rodman.
Dennis Rodman.
He should have stayed.
Yeah.
That would have messed that country up.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
No, I was curious, we've booked you many, many times on the Beach of Jazz Festival, and I was telling Ted about the success you've had playing there over the years. How did you arrive at this sound or the style that you have cultivated for yourself and your band?
I think it started with busking on the streets of Toronto and Montreal. For some reason, instead of memorizing pieces and going out and just playing that, decided to improvise. Through improvisation, I came up with a specific style that's more like rhythmic, very tribal. And I found that I can put people in a trance with that specific style. And that kind of like it was more like punk rock. So I loved
Yeah.
like punk rock music at that time and mixed with a bit of hip hop and stuff. And then went into electronic. And what I liked about it is that you don't have to need to have many chord changes. You could just put like basically just have a like a thumping rhythm and improvise over top, and that's my favorite stuff to do.
That CD we're listening to, that's not your last CD. It's from the one previous to that.
Yeah, it's about 2 years old.
And what was that called?
That was called Icicles. Oh, the CD was called Electronic Christmas. I forgot the name of it.
Electronic Christmas.
It was
the song
something
was
like
called Icicles.
Icicles, yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Like I can't name songs for some reason.
Well, that's-
so I
that's
just
a good
always
name
goes
for that
random,
song.
like-
Right.
Yeah, it just feels like Icicles.
That actually works. And what's your latest CD?
My latest CD is I don't know, I had totally what's the title of my
You had a late night last night.
Oh
didn't
man,
you?
oh yeah. It has the-
Well, he was in
pounded a
Hugh's
little
room.
bit.
Hugh's room last night.
That was a beautiful night yesterday. We had a full house. Everyone just went crazy. So many.
Was it a
amazing
CD
things.
launch?
Yeah, it was a CD launch.
Okay.
Okay, so the
And you can't remember the CD
I
that
just
you
remember.
launched
There we go.
last night?
So, the CD is actually a launch of my new project, and it's called Toka. And it's basically like the concept behind this project. It's very electronic, but it's full of emotion. So it's not like a machine sound. It feels like as if there's a robot with a human heart. It's a great CD, so it should be available online either yesterday or Monday. But it sounds amazing. It took us like 6 months just to get the mix right, master it, and it's probably one of my favorite ones. Very emotional.
So when somebody asks you to describe the kind of music that you play, what do you say?
It's a really good question. Like I said, it's fusion, it's improvisational, and it's honest, and it's intense. But style-wise, nouveau classical.
What does that mean?
uh,
Nouveau classical.
It's the hardest
The
thing.
new
is to-
classics?
It's so hard to categorize stuff
I know
for
it is.
me.
I know
it's
it is.
so difficult, and that's
That-
probably like one of my biggest faults. I can never put anything in a category.
That's why people who produce award shows are going nuts nowadays, because they don't know whether to put this person in this category,
Exactly.
that category. There's just so much. It's so much intertwining. It's
Absolutely.
bleeding into another one.
I should just have a good music, decent music, okay music.
But you also figured out how to integrate the music into a stage show, because that's the big part of it, is the
Absolutely.
vision.
Absolutely.
Because you don't stand still and play a violin.
Or I can't.
No, you can't.
I can't.
This is Action Jackson right here.
Action Jackson.
But like, my head starts to shake when I play. I get into a trance, and then just slows down. And I've been doing that since as a kid. It's really nice too. Like when time really slows down, every little note you see it as a little apple, as if it's a little sphere. It's pretty cool.
Are you on medication?
No.
Okay.
I should be though. My head's pounding.
Are you hungover?
Yeah.
You are, okay.
Most definitely.
Well, that's fair enough. I mean, you obviously had a good time.
Oh,
last
it was
night.
amazing turnout yesterday.
How many people in your band?
It fluctuates from about 3 to about 10 or 12 sometimes.
Right.
And also, like, occasionally I work with orchestras. So I have, string ensembles, 24 members and so on.
And like many musicians that we've had in this program, they all play in other groups as well.
I don't do that as much.
You don't, but
No.
I'm saying the people who play in your band.
Oh,
when
most
you-
definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like the great thing about it is that everyone has their own band. That if I ever need to have an opening act where I don't have enough material, I just play one of your songs. Or like, it's pretty sweet. And everyone's got their own specific style too.
All right. We got to take a break. When we come back, are we going to hear something from the new CD that you played last night, or
I think so. Yeah.
do you know?